defense, allowing everybody to utilize their abilities, and not just me or JJ, but you've got Brendan Scarlett, you've got Jacob Martin, also Jonathan Greenard. So being able to do all kinds of different things, drop, stuff like that. So we've got some really versatile guys, especially our secondary as well, too. Guys that can run all day.
Whitney, as far as you individually, what are some things you've done this offseason to try to sustain, your rush, your production for all 16 games? Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, throughout the pandemic or whatnot, just staying at home, but being able to just go through the moves, walk through them, like even on air, walking through the house, doing something like that. Also working out with a personal trainer, just doing some hand combat things. That's about it. Things that I've been doing for years.
Seth?
Hey, Whitney. This is the second time that Romeo Crennel has stepped aside while a younger guy has come in and been the defensive coordinator. Was it awkward the first time that it happened, and how does Romeo maybe handle it in a way that maybe other defensive coordinators wouldn't be able to?
Yeah, well, Romeo has confidence in the guys who step into that role. So you absolutely do see that and allow them to, take the lead, take the charge, and you always have Romeo there to consult. That's what we've seen. And so the thing is, we have confidence behind anybody who's leading the pack. We understand that they know everything about the game. And Romeo has seen a lot. So they can, for example, we've consulted Romeo as far as how to run the defense. Come up with some great packages that explain things, why not to do this, why to do that, and all that. So, we pretty much rock with everybody who's been there.
Aaron Reese.
Hey, Whitney, building off of that, how would you say Weave and Romeo are kind of different stylistically in just how they go about interacting with you guys and instructing? And I have a follow-up to that.
Oh, yeah. Weave, I mean, as far as, I don't know if you want to say like young blood or whatnot, but Weave, as far as like, him coaching the D-line and stuff like that, which I've been in his room and how he interacts with the D-line, is the same way in which he interacts with the entire defense, so it's no different. And, as far as, his thought process, as far as how, he wants to play the game and stuff like that. And he's played before as well, too, in this league. So he understands us from a player standpoint and what we want to see, what we want to do, stuff like that. So we're able to work in conjunction to that. Romeo, old school a little bit, but, since the time he's been there, he's done some great things to allow us to be able to play fast, not think and all that. So there's some little differences, but a whole lot of similarities as well, too.
And what have you thought of John Greenard just so far through the practices you guys have had?
I think he's great. He's just got to clean up a few things. He's coming along just nicely. His learning curve is just fine as far as picking up the defense and doing the correct things. Just like all of us, we got to be able to, pick up our stamina just a little bit in practice and all that, just because it's a unique time. And just clean up some fundamental technique things.
Kim?
Hey, Whitney, kind of following up on your previous comment, can you talk about what the differences are, maybe in terms of coordinators, and how do you feel the defense is with kind of this shortened, if you will, camp?
Well, first of all, I wish I had my dog over here, That's dope. But as far as in terms of differences, as far as what Romeo has ran, as far as allowing us not to think and stuff like that, it's still similar in regards to Weave. Just a few caveats as far as the changing up some of the pressures and stuff like that. And they have two different philosophies as far as that goes. So those are the differences that we see at practice. We love it as a whole, as an entirety, allowing us to use our different skill sets across the board.
Can you talk about where you think the defense is? This is kind of a shortened, abbreviated, if you will, off season. You guys are like 3 weeks away from opening up your season.
Yeah, it's real interesting. Nobody could predict this and all that. So as far as where we stand at, not exactly where we need to be. I'll tell you that. We still got to push even harder to reach to break our limits right now and keep pushing forward as far as stamina wise as well too, and our fundamental and techniques as well. So it's on a consistent basis, and just work on our communication as well too, to be able to always be on the same page, to minimize a lot of mistakes that happen at practice. So We're much further than we were along about 3 weeks ago, but we're not quite there yet. So I would say we've still got a little bit of ways to go.
Greg Bailey.
Hey, Whitney, I'll ask one and follow up if I can. JJ's practice routine is such a topic amongst fans just because it's a little bit different. What do you see out of him? Do you notice any difference in him when he's on the field with you guys practicing?
There's no difference. I mean, the thing is, he gives 100%, very enthusiastic, and, he gives high energy every single time. So anytime he's in there, I mean, it elevates everybody's game because the things that he's done in this league and the type of attitude that he brings every day, it's been the same. It's consistent always, no matter what. So it might be a topic out there, and that's fine, but we understand what's going on in here, and he understands what he has to do and stuff like that. So it's always based off of individuals, for us, as far as understanding where we need to be at. And so, again, he's great.
And if I could follow up, how energizing is it for you defensively as a group, knowing that in this look that we see at practice that you can pressure from so many different areas with so many different players?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's the type of defense that we thrive for. Guys get to be in so many different spots. It's not even as if somebody can just be in one spot and, play that one spot entirely. Somebody else could be replaced to, whether it come off the edge or something like that. And we've had edge blitzes before in the past and stuff like that. But we've got a lot of, like I said earlier, we've got a lot of versatility, guys with a whole bunch of different skill sets. And, everybody's loving it.
Aaron Wilson.
Yeah. Hey, Whitney, several teams, mostly northern teams, had false positives involving a New Jersey lab today. You probably weren't aware of that, but it was happening while you were practice. They had to either cancel or postpone practices and retest. Just your thoughts on that kind of development, because it's the kind of thing we're obviously in, on a non-regular season Sunday, but that could potentially be something that the league could have to deal with during the regular season with false positives. Just your thoughts kind of on how the testing program works. Obviously here so far it's worked well.
Yeah. Definitely I wouldn't have known that because definitely I was working my butt off at practice. But as far as handling that, the organization has done a great job as far as putting in preventative measures and all that, getting tested every single day. That was negotiated between the union and the NFL in order to, keep us protected and all that. Now, thing is, you can't babysit like 90, 80 guys on a team. You can't. It's impossible. What are you going to do? Hire like a bodyguard for everybody to make sure they're not going out or whatnot. So that's impossible. So the thing is, it falls on the person individually. So the thing is, everybody has to be responsible and look at the bigger picture as far as what they want to accomplish. And so there's some people that's going to be on the same page, some that are not. And as far as our team goes, we've done a good job at that.
Okay, thanks, everyone. That's it for today.